Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ultimate Challenge on Farming Simulator 19. This is our start from scratch with nothing. We are now up to $4,758 and we are currently working on a contract to plow field 3. This will make us a couple grand, probably not a whole lot, but it's a start. So we're going to fast farm this. It's not a very big field, so I'm not going to cut and then come back when it's finished. Really no reason for that. It's literally going to take a couple minutes to get it done this way. It'll take more than that in real life, but for you it'll only be a couple minutes of your day and this field will be done. On today's episode, we are going to be doing a lot of contracts. I'm going to do probably 3 or 4 contracts at least on this episode. Now, I'll be fast farming them and cutting out the middle part of it to where I do the beginning and end, that kind of thing. So it's not hours and hours and hours of you watching me drive around in circles. But we've got to get our money up because I've got to get more equipment. I need a good tractor. I need a good plow. I need a cultivator. I need a harvester eventually. I need the header for the harvester eventually. I need a trailer. There's all kinds of stuff that I need just to continue to do contracts and not have to rent the equipment every time. I'm also going to need to buy land, which is a hell of a lot of money. If I want to buy the starting home farm on this map that you would start with on new farmer mode, it's over $100,000 just to buy the concrete section of that land. That used to be my daddy's farm, if you remember correctly the story, and I'm staying at the house there now at night, but I do not own that land. So if I want to buy the land to go with it, it's over $100,000 I got to shell out. So I got a lot of work to do. So I don't have time to dilly-dally, so to speak. I've got to get some farming done. So I'm going to be doing a lot of contracts. Eventually, I will get up enough money to where I can buy a plot of land of my own, and then I will start actually farming it. What I'll probably do is contracts until harvest time, and then see where I'm at money-wise. I'm going to be buying equipment as I go and paying off my loan as I go, but I might buy a couple fields and harvest them and either replant them or sell them back. I haven't decided yet. It all depends on what kind of equipment I have. But I need to make sure that I have a harvester by harvest time. Because if I buy the field and I don't have a harvester, I can't harvest it. The only way I'll be able to harvest it is if I do the contract. And if I do that, I won't be getting near the amount of money that I would if I bought the field and did it for myself. So that's my situation where I'm at right now. We don't make a ton of money off of each one of these contracts. Some of the ones coming up, once we get past this plowing stage where we start fertilizing and sowing and all that, we're going to be getting into $20,000, $30,000 contracts as time goes on because the bigger fields will need more done to them. And that's where we really start to make some money. Now, when you do the fertilizing contracts and when you do the sowing contracts where you're actually planting the seed, you have to buy the seed, you have to buy the fertilizer in order to do that. So that costs you some money. And it kind of cuts into your profit. But the good news is any that you don't use, you get reimbursed for. And you might even get reimbursed for what you use on the field. I'm not sure about that part. But I know you do get a reimbursement for your seeds. So I don't know for sure whether it's only the seed that's left or the seed that you've used completely. I don't know. But you do get reimbursed. So if I buy seed, I'm not going to be out that money. If I buy fertilizer, I'm not going to be out that money. So that's good news. But you do have to have the money to buy it in the beginning to do the contract because you don't get that up front. You get reimbursed for it. So we are almost done with this field here. Now, we're not going to be doing all of the field when we're doing these contracts. You only have to get it to 100% on the contract. That's not 100% of the field. The farmer will let you know when you've done enough and he's satisfied, and then you can collect your pay. And usually it's coming up really soon. It's around this amount left is where you usually are on a plowing contract. So I expect any moment the farmer will be like, yeah, that's good. Here's your cash. And then we'll just go collect it and we will move on to the next contract. I wish I could farm this fast as I'm actually playing the game. That would be amazing. Because as I'm playing it, it's super slow. I'll show you. This is how slow it is when I'm actually playing it. And we just finished the contract, so that was perfect timing. But that's how slow the damn thing moves. So when you see me zipping around the field, just know that this field here took almost an hour to do. All right, our next one we're going to do. You know what? I don't think I'm going to do another contract just right yet. I think I'm going to try to play with the economy a little bit. Now, what I'm doing, first I'm going to rent a trailer. I'm going to lease one. I'm not going to buy it. I'm going to lease it because I'm not going to keep it. I just need it for what I'm getting ready to do. So let me get a trailer here. I don't want to spend a ton. But I want like probably the 8,000 capacity I think is going to be good. So we'll go ahead and lease this one, I think. Yeah, let's do that. 510 bucks. Okay, so now we have a trailer and we have a truck. Now the trailer's not ours. We have to give it back. We're just leasing it. But I want to try to find something. I'm thinking maybe the horse food because that's oat. Okay, it is $1,200 for 2,100 liters of oat if I buy it by the pallet like this. So I can get 4,200 liters for $2,700. All right, let's look and see. Let's fill up this trailer and we'll look and see what this is actually selling for. Because I think it's selling for over $1,000 per 1,000 liters. If that's the case, then we're going to be able to sell it for more than we bought it for. So let's go ahead and buy a couple more just in case. And we're going to fill up this trailer with all this oat. And then we're going to look at our pricing and see where I can sell it at. All right, as you can see the oat here, the price on multiple of these are over 1,000. So I think I'm going to take it up to Mary's farm because it's just up the hill here. And it's selling for over $1,000 per 1,000 liters. So that means that we spent roughly between 4 and 5 grand on this oat to fill this trailer. And when I sell this trailer, I will sell it for almost 9 grand probably. That's about what I'm going to get. I'm going to get 8,000 and something for it. All right, we're getting ready to drop this off, and we'll see what we make on it. If it's what I'm expecting, we're going to make a profit. Okay, 8,429 it looks like. So I spent in between $4,000 and $5,000 to fill this trailer up. So we made, I don't know, maybe 3 grand off that run. Not great, but I made about that for that last contract that I just did, plowing that whole field. And that took almost an hour. And this does not take that long to do. Now, this is a double-edged sword because, yes, you can make a little bit of profit doing this if you find the right crop that you can buy like this as a pallet. And it sells for more than you buy it for. You can make a profit. The problem is, especially on seasons, the price is going to vary depending on what time of year it is. And also the price is going to vary depending on how much of it you've already sold. So if I sell a bunch of this, if I do this a bunch of times, it's going to actually drop the price that they're willing to pay for it. So I will get it to the point to where I'm not making any money. And I might even lose money off of this if I push it too far. But I need to get a tractor and I need to get a plow to get started here. So instead of doing a ton more contracts and making $2,000 or $3,000 a piece, I'm going to do this to get enough for a tractor and a plow. I hope that I can still do that. Right now the price is stable. I got $8,429 for that as well. But it is not going to stay that way. Right now I'm running my seasons on 3-day seasons, and I'm running them at real time. So 1 minute on the game is 1 minute in real life. All right, I got this plow, which is 3 meter for 10, but this one is a 4 meter for 8. So that's what I want. I like this plow a great deal. It's straight back, so it's not all angled and stupid like the ones that I'm paying the farmer to use. So I bought that. So now I have my plow, and I have $8,000 left. So I'm gonna probably do this a couple more times. I'm gonna try to do it enough so that I can buy a cheap tractor. There's a tractor that I can buy for like 15 grand or something. That's a modded tractor. It's not very powerful, but it's powerful enough to operate the plow, and it's cheap. Like I said, it's about 15 grand, a little bit more than that, to buy the tractor, and you can't beat that. All right, so I spent $5,400 on the oats, and I'm gonna make like 8,400, a little bit more than that off of it. So I'm making about 3 grand each run, somewhere in that ballpark. Here's the tractor I want to buy. It's 17,000. If I get the new engine, it's 27. I'm not going to be able to get that kind of money up doing this, because I'm going to crash the market if I do it too many times, and the price is going to go way down. It's going to screw me over. So I'm going to do it a couple more times, kind of push my luck, and try to get enough for this bare bones model of that tractor. That's the goal. We'll see what happens. We have to watch the price each time as I do it and make sure that it doesn't drop too much. Doing it on real time helps because you can get more runs in that way before it drops. 8,429 again, so we're still good, and we are at $11,000. We're back at the store, and we're going to fill this trailer back up. And I'm going to have to buy some more oats here. I really like these pallets, these modded pallets here, because I can buy sheep food, I can buy chicken food, cow food, horse food, everything. So I can take care of my animals by buying the pallets and not having to waste entire fields on grass and spend hours making total mix rations. All right, we're getting ready to sell another load, and we'll see what we get for this one. I'm thinking I'm going to be okay, that I'm going to be able to get up to the point I need to be to buy the tractor. And once we get the tractor, we'll take on another contract, but this time, yeah, it's still stable. This time we will be able to use our own equipment, and we won't have to give up a portion of the money to the farmer to lease his equipment. We'll have our own equipment. It won't be good equipment, don't get me wrong. Now the plow is a good plow. I like this plow. But the tractor is completely a poo-poo tractor. It's very, very low powered, and it's very cheap. But it is good enough to get the job done in the beginning. We will eventually be buying a much better tractor as I start growing big fields of crops for myself. Once we reach that point, we'll start making some real money, and I'll buy a real nice John Deere. But until then, the little poo-poo tractor is going to have to do. This one might get us to where we need to be. We might need to do one more after this. We'll see. Yeah, probably one more, because we're not quite there, I don't think. The price is still stable. That's good. I haven't crashed it yet. I kind of like the fact that you can't just do this non-stop, because it'll screw up the economy. I like that, because that means you can't just simply do this to make your way out of the hole you're in. You have to actually take on contracts and buy fields and grow crops and really work at it. This is a nice little exploit you can use, and it's not really a cheat because I'm using the economy. You know, I'm buying low and selling high. That's the same thing that I do in the stock market. It's the exact same thing. So it's not like it's any kind of underhanded tactic. But the only problem is that it doesn't last forever. You will crash the economy if you do too much of it. It's a good old law of supply and demand, basic economics. If I flood the market with oats, the price of oats are going to go down because we got too many of them. And I'm not going to be able to sell them for as much. I think this will do. All I did was just kind of fill up the trailer with what was left over. I bought one more pallet, but I didn't go ahead and buy an extra one so that I would have more left over again. I wanted to kind of clear out the rest of the oats. Okay, that gets me to 20 grand, almost 21, just under 21,000. So that will be enough to buy this tractor that I want. I can't do the upgraded engine, but that's okay. I don't need the upgraded engine to operate the plow. I will buy the upgraded engine later. So let's take on this contract here on Field 7, plowing, $2,204 when we get done with the field. But we're not going to have to borrow the equipment, which is awesome. So we're not going to lose almost $1,000 of that money. Now, $2,000 is not very much money at all on this game, but it is what it is. We will get to the point where we're making much better cash. I got to decide what I want. I think I'm going to go with orange. I was wanting to see the greens to see if there's anything to look kind of John Deere-ish, but there isn't really. So I'm just going to go all orange because I like orange. And this is going to be our tractor for $18,000, a little bit over $18,000 we paid for it. So now we have our tractor and we have our plow that we own. So now any plowing contract I do, I don't have to lease the equipment from the farmer. So I don't lose any money off the contract now, which is awesome. All right, we are doing Field 7. So where the hell is Field 7 at? I think that's going to be up top here somewhere. Yeah, right there. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not that bad of a field. So we'll head on over there and I'll meet back up with you when I get there. It's kind of a drive. And we are pulling up now to Field 7. And we are going to go ahead and plow this. Check out how this plow works. It is so much better than that long, goofy-looking angled plow that they always make you use. All I have to do is literally drive. I don't have to freak out and worry about where the plow's lined up and if I'm missing parts, because it's literally right behind me. As long as I'm driving the direction I want to go, I'm plowing the direction I want to go. So much easier and so much more enjoyable to actually do. As you can see, I am fast farming again. Now, one way you can tell how long a field has actually taken me in real time to do is, like I was telling you, I am operating this game at real time. So 1 minute on the game equals 1 minute in real life. So all you have to do is look at the time when you start the field and then the time when I finish the field, and you will see how long it's been. Now, I wasn't paying attention to tell you what time it was, but it is 11:54 now. So I would say probably we started this around 11:45, 11:50, somewhere in that range. So that'll be a good guide for you to see how long this field actually takes in real time to do. Because we are approaching the 15-minute mark right now on this field already. And it's been literally a minute or two of real time for you watching it. So this makes a significant difference. And if you could do this when you're actually playing it, go this fast, oh, it would be brilliant. You could get so much done. Because see, what happens is I record this on the Xbox an hour at a time. And some of these bigger fields, when I do them, take more than 1 hour to do. Some of the real big fields, and I'll be doing some of those as this series goes on, they take 2 or 3 hours sometimes to do if the field's big enough when you're using small equipment like this. So that's like multiple 1 hour sessions that I've played the game. I'll play the game for the whole night, like play it 3 or 4 hours, and I will edit all of that together like this to make one little 20-minute episode for you. And all I'm essentially doing is either speeding up or cutting out the middle part of doing the field so that you see the beginning and end, but you don't have to sit through me driving in circles forever. But in real time, this takes a tremendous amount of time. Now, as you can see on the clock here, it is already 12:08. So we have been going at this for about 25 minutes, somewhere in that range, and we're almost done. This field wasn't that bad. It's a lot better when I have this plow because this plow does 4 meters at a time instead of 3, so you get a little bit more done per pass. And because it's straight behind me like this, I can just cruise. I don't have to worry so much about being lined up right. We should be coming pretty much to the end. There it is. Contract on field 7 finished. So let's get our money. How much did I make? $2,204 for that. Not the greatest, but hey, every little dollar counts. All right, we got another plowing contract on field 16, and we have a cultivating contract, but I do not have a cultivator yet. I need to borrow one or rent one if I'm going to do that. So we got to figure out what we're going to do next. Most likely, that is going to be the end of the episode because probably we're going to be around the 20-minute mark, somewhere in that range, once I'm done editing everything. So I'm probably going to go ahead and call this one here. And next episode, we'll do another contract and we'll keep going. We'll start working some of the bigger fields when they become available, and we'll start making some more money. So thanks for watching. I appreciate the support, and I'll see you on the next episode. Until I speak to you again, love many, trust few, and do harm to none. God loves you, and so do I. Bye-bye.